Merry Christmas Eve, everybody. Did you like that opening song? That was my 10-year-old granddaughter, Ryer. And we recorded that when I was visiting her and her mom in Tucson last week. She's always sang, but we never, or at least I didn't really know exactly how good her voice was until her dad had her record 3 songs and sent them to me along with a book for a Christmas present. So when I was there visiting, I asked her to sing one of my favorite songs, and I included that in the video. And as I said, Merry Christmas, everyone. Merry Christmas Eve. I'll probably do one more video, maybe we'll see before the end of the year. I don't have a whole lot to show today. I have some Stitchy kindness, and I have a few things that I bought, and then I'll show you the work that I did since my last video, which was definitely not what I had hoped to get done, but you know how that goes. So let's go ahead and get started. So I guess I need to back up and introduce myself. This is Lori McClary, Textilist, and I'm Textilist here on YouTube and on Instagram. I'm McClary Mercantile and Quilting on Facebook, and you can find me at any of those 3 areas. And I just want to put a little plug in. If you are a watcher but not yet a subscriber, please consider subscribing and clicking the bell so that you are notified anytime I upload a new video. It really helps any of us Flosstubers. It really helps our channels, and doesn't cost you anything, they're going to send you unsolicited emails or anything like that. It just lets you know that we have a new video up, and as I mentioned, it does help our channels. So think about that. I would really appreciate it. I noticed when I was looking at my analytics, I have more than twice as many people watching as who are subscribed. So it would really be great if we could bump those numbers up. So think about that. Let's see. I'm going to start out with Stitchy Kindness. So not long after Thanksgiving, my friend Anna, who is Woolly Mammoth, that's her blog, and then she also has 2 YouTube channels. She has Stitch Roadies, which is her cross stitch channel, and Quilt Roadies, which is her longtime quilting channel. I've watched her channel for many, many years, but she came and she was in town, so she stopped by for a visit, and she brought her friend Pocket Robin, who she's talked about on her videos, who I've met before, and they came by for a couple hours to hang out with me, which was so wonderful. We had such a good time, and she brought me this wonderful little gift that she made. She had learned how to do pins. I think she was visiting another friend of ours, Karen, who is Yellow Farmhouse on Instagram, and she learned how to do the pins, and oh, that one's just so cute. Anyway, so she brought that to me as a little Stitchy gift. And then also in the meantime, I did a scrap day with my new friend Linda, who is, oh gosh, my mind just went blank. I'll put it down here at the bottom. She's on Instagram. She's not a Flosstuber yet. I'm going to have to convince her she really needs to do a Flosstube channel. But we did a scrap meetup, and when we got there, me and her other friend Kate, she had everything all set out. She had the table covered. She had these little placemats set out. She had food galore. And she just walked us through many, many different scrap projects. But one of the things that was sitting at the table was another one. I'm so lucky. Check that out. Isn't he the cutest little Santa? So she made that for Kate and I. And then I have a big bag here, and I really can't show you everything, but I'll just show you a few other things that were there. There was this little bag, and it has all these little doodads. There was just stuff galore. Oh, she gave us a whole package of 2022 charms, so I can put those on cross-stitch projects. Things were wrapped up in this ribbon, which I really, really liked. It was beautiful ribbon. And let's see. Here's a goodie bag. I kind of stuffed things back in many different bags. Oh, She had strawberries for us to finish. So there was 2, I think there's another one here. Yeah, 2 strawberries for us to finish. She gave us more ribbon to finish with. There are some beads. And she even, so here's the beads. She even wound, let me see if I can get it in here. She even wound thread that matched on a little card for us. So there's that stuff. There's some trim. And, oh, what else do I have in here? Oh, some baker's twine, big bag to take everything home in. And we went through and made a lot of things. Mostly we made samples so that they're not finished products. They're things that we can go back and use as a template to make more. But this was a project that we did. This was a empty cover, front cover and back, and then whoops, we filled it with pages and sewed them in. This is a little pocket that's going to get glued there and have ephemera put on it. Here is one of the samples that we made, and you turn it over and there's another pocket. You can glue those down or you can leave them open. There's an opening there. Oh, just all sorts of extra papers and goodies to play with. Let's see, what else did we do? Oh, and she gave us, I have stuff falling all over here. She gave us this cute, wonderful little notebook, and my favorite color, of course, so that we could take notes as we were making things to remember what we were doing. And here's another one that we made. This is out of one 12 by 12 sheet of paper, and it opens here. And then there's a pocket here. I don't have it glued down yet. That will be a pocket. And then there's a pocket here. And then there's a pocket here. So that was one thing we made. And then here's another one. Again, it's not finished, but this is made out of 2 envelopes, and then they're covered, and there's a pocket there, pocket there. There will be something here on the back and on the front as well. So we had this wonderful day. We got there, about 11, and we stayed until it got dark, and it was time to drive home before it got too dark. So it was really fun. Linda and I also go to a stitch meetup on Tuesdays there in Bend, and we go and we take our cross stitch or our quilting, and we just have a good time. But it was so wonderful and so nice of her to do that for Kate and I. And I learned a lot, and I'm looking forward to doing more stitch meetups with Linda. So that was not all the scrappy stitchy kindness that I got. When I got back from Tucson, I got back late Sunday night, and then picked up my mail on Monday, and I really didn't get to it until later Monday night, but there was a big package waiting for me, and it was all wrapped up beautifully. I'll put a picture here of what it looked like, but here it is. And it had this beautiful red velveteen ribbon around it. It's a cigar box. And when I opened it, there is just an immense amount of stitchy and scrappy cool stuff. And this is from Lisa Prims on Greenway. We've been messaging back and forth pretty much since she started doing her floss tubes, and then I did get to meet her in person, and we got to hang out this last summer in Missouri for a quilt, or excuse me, a stitch retreat. And we've also, since me and her and Audrey Stitchy Witch 42, we've done a scrap up or two through Zoom, but she sent me this box, and it's just packed full of stuff. So there was a beautiful card that she sent, and that was the envelope. And then it has like a library card. It has a cotton bowl. There's really cute spools. There's a beautiful velveteen strawberry. Here's her new cards. So me and her and Lisa, Kindred Stitcher, we did a little adventure. We went to Maggie's Maggie Bonomi shop, and there was a picture of us with Maggie, and she made that into her new floss cards. So she sent me a set of those. This beautiful star, buttons, more buttons. These are done in reproduction fabrics, vintage reproduction fabrics. Just little doodads. I've kind of filtered through it, but I haven't really looked at everything. Ooh, what is in there? Oh, more buttons. And just all sorts of ephemera and stuff. So thank you, Lisa. It is beautiful. She has something in mind for us to do with all of this stuff, so I can't wait to get together again with her and see what she's got up her sleeve. So that was, is that all the Stitchy Kindness? I'm sure I've had more Stitchy Kindness, and I just don't know where it is. So if I find it, and I will show it in the next video. So I apologize to anybody who sent me something and I haven't shown it. I do have a little bit of Happy Mail haul. I ordered, and I just got, when I got back from Tucson, I had this in the mail, and this is a exclusive through Country Sampler, and it is this Happy Morning by Plum Street. And I got the light version. And I also got, this is the last one of the club series, the Quaint Country Ladies Club series from Dying to Stitch. And this is so beautiful, Joyous Noel. And I'm sorry about the glare. I'm in a different spot, you can tell, but I'm trying to take advantage of the late afternoon light. It's, you know, dark and it's been snowing. So if you watched my Instagram today, you saw kind of what it looks like outside. And of course that's all packaged up and it's beautiful. And then 2, 3, maybe 4 videos ago, I think I ordered these in November. So it would have been a November video. Carol Saltback Stitcher showed, I think she showed a Santa, and she mentioned the name of the company, and I think I'm gonna have to pause here so I can tell you what the company's name is. Okay, I'm back. It was right on the back. It's a Etsy shop, and it's called Early Things, and they have the most beautiful primitive hand-painted prints. They're not prints, they're actually, it's hand-painted, it's kind of on a board, so you can kind of hear. But when you order it, you're ordering it and then they're going to paint it. So I got this Santa, which I just adore. I think it's beautiful. And they sign them and they number them. And then I also, since it was before Thanksgiving, I also ordered this one. And again, it's Early Things. They're on Etsy. When you order something, they will give you a time frame that it's going to take before you get your painting. So I got those in the mail when I got back. And let's see. Let's do stitching. So I had a whole bunch of plans, and I really kind of focused on just a few pieces. I did start one thing. So let's take a look at what I worked on. I think I worked on this, I don't think I was this far last time I showed it to you, and this one is And Heaven and Nature Sing, Kathy Barrick. Yeah, there we go, that's a little bit better. And I have most of the stag done. I started, I think I put in this part of this motif over here, and I started part of this motif over here. I ran out of caterpillar, which is why I didn't get any more of the stag done. I was really trying to get it done first. So I picked up a skein when I was in Tucson. There's a little shop there called The West, and they have a really great selection. So I have that now, and I'm probably going to continue to work on this until it's done. It is so pretty. I'm doing this on a 32 count vintage maple sugar in the called for, colors. So even though Christmas is going to be over with here in a day or so, I'm probably going to keep stitching Christmas. Oh, here's the flosses. So I worked on that. I also started and almost finished. I am 99.9% done with this stitch. Christy from Daisy K Primitive, she mentioned she was going to start this chart, which is the, what's it called? I think it's called Rose Manor, Rose something. It's a Blackbird design. She was going to start this on Thanksgiving as a Thanksgiving start, and I started it on Thanksgiving as well. And I would have had it done before this video if I hadn't been one stitch off on that bird on this side. So I did this on 40 count. Oh, I better put something behind it. I did this on 40 count baked clay using the called for colors. I think it is beautiful. Now, I have not put in the initials and the year either. I was going to look up in my list of ancestresses and see which one was closest to the date that was on this. I think the date on this is 1916. I'm pretty sure I have a great grandmother somewhere in there that will probably, her initials will go in here. I already have something going for my grandmother Ruby. I did something for my mom and me and my daughter and my grandmother, so I think it's time to hit a great. And I'll put those initials. So when you see this next time, it will be completely done. I was so close, so close. I probably have an hour left on this. Maybe, well, only because I have to unstitch that bird for being a stitch off. But super happy. I will still be done tonight. So I think that was pretty good to have a little sampler done between Thanksgiving and Christmas. I might do something like that next year. I finished last night. I finished another Prairie Schooler Santa. And this one, I'll put something behind it too. The lighting is a little bit off. This is 1989. And so I have 5, 6, 1, 2, 3, 4. I have 5. I have 5 different Santas done now. And I'm going to continue working on them, just like Anna says, finish a Prairie Schooler Santa, start a Prairie Schooler Santa. So I have one started, it's way over there, so I'm not going to go grab it. But I think it is 19, well, maybe I do have it here. Let me look. Oh, please. I do have it. A very itty bitty, teeny tiny start. It's the 2008. Can you tell what it is? So I have a small start. I'll be working on that, and I'm going to continue working on those until I have at least a dozen of them, and then I'll start finishing them in the manner that I am looking for. Speaking of, I'm just going to take a pause here. Those of you who were interested in the Prairie Schooler Santa journals that I did, I just, like half an hour before I started this video, I received the very last component of what I needed. It's been difficult. The supply chain issue has been really difficult to get these done and out. I'd hoped to get them out shortly after Thanksgiving. It just did not work out that way. But I should be able to start sending invoices, or actually what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna send a message through Instagram to everyone who had expressed interest and to let them know that they have them available. I just got enough red, which is the most popular one, to give at least every person who wanted one, at least one red one. I have 2 other colors. This one is a limited color. It's called linen. I only have about 10 of these, and I'm not gonna make any more of the linen. But I do have a good supply of the ones in stone. So there's more availability on these than the others. But like I said, I have enough for at least one in red for everyone who asked for one. And then I have more available in the stone. And then, here, let me put it this way. So this is the linen, this is the red, and this is the stone. And so if you had expressed interest, be looking for a message from me, either through email if you emailed me, or through Instagram, and I'll be giving you the particulars on the price and the shipping and the handling. And then I hope to get those mailed out next week. I'm really gonna try to get most of them done next week, because when I went to the post office to figure out how much the postage was going to be, they are over an ounce, unfortunately. And even though they fit just under the 1/4 inch, they can't go through the machine, so they're going to cost a little bit more. But she did say she wasn't sure, but she thought that the postage might be going up on that particular kind of mail in January. So I'm gonna try to get most of them mailed out before the end of the year for those who still want them. And we'll go from there after that. Hopefully it's not a huge increase. Hopefully it's not gonna be too much. So again, if you're interested in those, look for something in Messenger through Instagram or an email from me, and we'll go from there. So that's all we're gonna say about that. And let's see, back to stitching. I did work a little bit on a couple of the smalls. I worked on Christmas Bird. This is from the 2016 Christmas Winter issue of the Punch Needle and Primitive Stitch PNPS magazine. This is a black and white copy. And this is how far I got. And I'm stitching this on something that I dyed, I believe. I think I called this Twig. Let me put something behind it. And yeah, there's a better color. So I got that one started. I also started Cookie's House. I love this. I started doing it over one on another piece of hand dye that I did, 28 count, and that's the further I got. I was not enjoying this at all. This 28 count is a pretty loose weave. I think it was probably something I picked up at Joann's when I was first starting to hand dye. So what I've decided is I'm going to, and I think this is a 36 count, I'm going to use the other part of this. I know I'll have enough left over. And this is like I said, a 36, actually it might even be a 40 count. It will make it an inch bigger, but I have something to put it on. So worked a little bit on those, not as much as I had liked. And then the last thing I worked on was Prairie Schooler, another Prairie Schooler. This is December, book number 150. And I started this when I was visiting my girls. I went and visited the West, and I picked up a piece of linen that I liked, and this is a 36 count. Is it a flax? I think it's flax. I'm not positive. I don't have it in front of me, but here's my start. And here are the flosses. It's going to be so pretty. I can tell this is gonna go pretty quick, probably until I get down to that part. That's gonna slow me down a little bit, but it did go pretty quick. So I'm really enjoying that. And I think, I'm looking around here, I'm thinking that's all, yep, that's all I worked on. So, much shorter video for me today, and that's okay. I was wanting to do a Christmas chart parade, and what kind of led me to that was I've been watching everybody else's videos, and there were so many things that I saw that I really wanted to stitch, and some of them I knew I had in my stash, some of them I wasn't sure if I had in my stash. And I wanted to get everything out and go through all of my Christmas projects, because I am still very much in the Christmas stitching mood, and it will probably last maybe till mid to end of January. And so I wanted to go through and really kind of make a decision about which ones were more important for me to stitch, either because I had plans for them, like my Prairie schoolers, or they are just ones that I've wanted to stitch for a while. I got, for my girls, they gave me an Etsy gift certificate, so there's definitely some Christmas charts that I have been wanting to buy. I'm gonna buy those. And I really wanted to sit down and kind of make a plan about how I'm going to decorate for next year. I did a little bit of decorating this year, not as much as I normally do. I still haven't unpacked. But I did get some stuff up. So it was kind of a shortened season for me. My son was here at Thanksgiving, and I took a week and went and visited my daughter and my granddaughter, and I had some activities, so I just didn't get as decorated as I normally do, but I really, really want to get ready for next year. So if you're interested, if you would like to see a Christmas chart parade, which means I'm pulling out my entire cabinet full of charts, and I'm going to go through and look at all of those. If you're interested in doing that with me, just shoot me a comment down below. It's not going to be, I'm not really going to show stitching stuff. I'm just going to pull out charts and show all of the charts that I have, and I have a pretty good selection of charts. So let me know if you're interested. If I don't hear anybody's interested, I'm still going to do it, but I just won't film it. Anywhoosie, Merry Christmas, Happy New Year. Wishing you all the best, all the love, all the joy of the season, and I will talk to you soon. Bye-bye.